a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. She walks in beauty, like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes. Thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts, serenely sweet, express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek, and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent.
You're so sweet to remember. I still feel your embrace. The wind whispers your name to me, and I you're so sweet to remember, and how welcome your face is when we meet in a memory of joy gone by. Your eyes keep me enchanted, no matter where you may be. My heart sends you a love song, and I send you a plea. Won't you try to remember that I want you forever? You're so sweet to remember,
We strive to shield our lives as years advance from too close touch of others, more and more behind the guarded portals that of yore our childhood left wide open. Covert glance from secret loopholes when a knock doth chance, not knowing if, should we unbar the door, or rain or sun shall fall across the floor, afraid lest pain come in love's countenance. This strangest lesson life must learn of all brings fullest compensation. Oh, dear love, the bar is down, the door stands open wide. I bid thee, enter. See, the heart inside beats as its childhood holds no memory of, to hear thy footstep on the threshold fall.
And watch the shadows come and go. The lamp is low. My lips will sigh, I love you so. Dream the sweetest dream will ever know.
Most men know love but as a part of life. They hide it in some corner of the breast, even from themselves. And only when they rest in the brief pauses of that daily strife, wherewith the world might else be not so rife, they draw it forth as one draws forth a toy to soothe some ardent, kiss-exacting boy, and hold it up to sister, child, or wife. Ah me, why may not love and life be one? Why walk we thus alone, when by our side love, like a visible God, might be our guide? How would the marks grow noble, and the street, worn like a dungeon floor by weary feet, seem then a golden courtway of the sun. The clock turns back 100 years or more, through the dark and drowsy night, a sailor sets his course by 4 bright stars, knowing the Southern Cross constellation will safely guide him through unknown seas. It was then that the Southern Cross stars became known for dependability. It's natural that the mattresses and springs of Southern Spring Bed Company were named for this famous constellation. Southern Cross Slumber products, too, are a dependable guide through restful nights. Resilient Southern Cross mattresses and springs relax mind and body, inviting sleep. Make the Southern Cross label your guide to healthful, refreshing slumber. When you feel a yawn coming on, think of Southern Cross. Down the valley of 1,000 yesterdays flow the bright waters of Moon River. On and down, forever flowing, forever waiting to carry you down to the land of forgetfulness, to the kingdom of sleep, to the realm of Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Tonight's poems were She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron, Open Sesame by Charles W. Coleman, and Quatorzain by Henry T. Timrod. Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift down Moon River to the sea. When love his flaming image on her brow enthrones, in perfect beauty like a star, as far as she outshines the rest, so far I feel the blaze of passion surge and grow. Yet still I bless the place, the hour, when so supremely high, at light so singular I dare to look. O heart, you blessed are, to gaze upon that pure, that golden glow, I murmur. She inspired the splendid thought which points to heaven and teaches honest eyes all worldly lures and winnings to despise. Through her that gentle grace of love is taught which, by the straight path, leads to paradise. And even here, hope's holy crown is wrought.
Slowly I open my eyes, hazy with mist. Slowly my lips realize they had just been kissed. Slowly you stirred in my arms, thrilling me so. Softly you sighed and you whispered, don't ever let me go. Then to my ears there came the sound of music playing all around. And in your eyes the wondrous light told me that this night was forever. Slowly the moon came in view, smiling above. That's when I suddenly knew that we were
How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here we will sit and let the sounds of music creep in our ears. Soft stillness in the night become the touches of sweet harmony. Sit, Jessica. Look how the floor of heaven is thick inlaid with patines of bright gold. There's not the smallest orb which thou beholdest, but in his motion like an angel sings, still choiring to the young-eyed cherubims. Such harmony is in immortal souls, but whilst this muddy vesture of decay doth grossly close it in, we cannot hear it.
I can't show my face, can't go any place. People stop and stare, it's so hard to bear. Everybody knows you left me. It's the talk of the town. Every time we meet, my heart skips a beat. We don't stop to speak, no, it's just a week. Everybody knows you. It's the talk of the town. We send out invitations to friends and relations. Friends and our relations give congratulations. How can you face them? What can you say? Let's make up, sweetheart. We can't stay apart. Don't let foolish pride keep you from my side. How can love like ours be? It's the talk of the town.
My true love hath my heart, and I have his. By just exchange, one for another given. I hold his dear, and mine he cannot miss. There never was a better bargain driven. My true love hath my heart, and I have his. His heart in me keeps him and me in one. My heart in him his thoughts and senses guides. He loves my heart, for once it was his own. I cherish his, because in me it bides. My true love hath my heart, and I have his. How sweet sleep can be. A drowsy child drifts gently into dreamland, finding the complete relaxation of youth. Perhaps your sleep, too, could be more restful. On the soothing, buoyant comfort of Southern Cross and Red Cross slumber products, you come, at last, to the healthful relaxation of sound, peaceful sleep. Cares of the day disappear. Each tired muscle finds rest. Yes, friends, Southern Cross and Red Cross mattresses and springs offer resilient, all-over support, a buoyant foundation for refreshing rest. Depend on the Southern Cross label. Behind it lie more than 63 years of leadership in the field of better sleep. When you feel a yawn coming on, think of Southern Cross. Down the valley of 1,000 yesterdays flow the bright waters of Moon River. On and down, forever flowing, forever waiting to carry you down to the land of forgetfulness, to the kingdom of sleep, to the realm of Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Tonight's poems were Sonnet to Laura by Petrarch, Lines from The Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare, and A Ditty by Sir Philip Sidney. A lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Oh, my love's like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Oh, my love's like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas go dry. Till all the seas go dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. And fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles.
Day by day, I'm falling more in love with you, and day by day, my love seems to grow. My devotion, it's deeper, dear, by far than any ocean. I find that day by day you're making all my dreams come true. So come what may, I want you to know I'm yours alone, and I'm in love
I heard the trailing garments of the night sweep through her marble halls. I saw her sable skirts all fringed with light from the celestial walls. I felt her presence, by its spell of might, stoop o'er me from above. The calm, majestic presence of the night, as of the one I love. I heard the sounds of sorrow and delight, the manifold soft chimes that fill the haunted chambers of the night, like some old poet's rhymes. From the cool cisterns of the midnight air, my spirit drank repose. The fountain of perpetual peace flows there, from those deep cisterns flows. O holy night, from thee I learn to bear what man has borne before. Thou layest thy finger on the lips of care, and they complain no more. Peace, peace. Orestes like, I breathe this prayer. Descend with broad-winged flight, the welcome, the thrice prayed for, the most fair, the best beloved night.
As far as I'm concerned, it never need be spring again. As far as I'm concerned, the birds need never sing again. The beauty of each starlit night will only be wasted. This world held such a strange delight until you erased it. As far as I'm concerned, tomorrow's just a day to cry. And loving you, I've learned the meaning of goodbye. Though a million others have tried, without having you in my eyes, love cannot be returned. As far as
Though others may her brow adore, yet more must I, that therein see far more than any other's eyes have power to see. She is to me more than to any other she can be. I can discern more secret notes that in the margin of her cheek love quotes than any else besides have art to read. No looks proceed from those fair eyes, but to me great wonder breed. What would you give to your loved one? What sweeter gift than that of soothing sleep. Sleep that makes sorrows fade and cares steal away. Sleep that brings life's most precious possession, good health. You can give that gift to your loved one. Sound sleep comes more easily on Southern Cross slumber products. The resilient comfort of a Southern Cross mattress soothes weary muscles. The buoyancy of a Southern Cross spring holds you gently, firmly, with all-over support while you sleep the hours away. Look for the Southern Cross label. Give your family healthful, relaxing sleep on Southern Cross slumber products. When you feel a yawn coming on, think of Southern Cross. Down the valley of 1,000 yesterdays flow the bright waters of Moon River. On and down, forever flowing, forever waiting to carry you down to the land of forgetfulness, to the kingdom of sleep, to the realm of Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Tonight's poems were My Love's Like a Red, Red Rose by Robert Burns, Hymn to the Night by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, and an anonymous poem, Love's Insight. Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. The nightingale has a lyre of gold, the lark's is a clarion call, and the blackbird plays but a boxwood flute. But I love him best of all, for his song is all of the joy of life, and we, in the mad spring weather, we too have listened till he sang our hearts and our lips together.
Heaven can wait. This is paradise, just being here with you and breathing the air you do. Heaven can wait. Darling, it's true. This is paradise, gazing at all your charms. It's heavenly in your arms. Heaven can wait. You must be an angel on a visit from the sky. Now I look at heaven when I look into your eyes. Heaven can wait. This is paradise, loving the way we do, until I go there with you. Heaven can
Not as all other women are, is she that to my soul is dear. Her glorious fancies come from far, beneath the silver evening star, and yet her heart is ever near. Great feelings hath she of her own, which lesser souls may never know. God giveth them to her alone, and sweet they are as any tone wherewith the wind may choose to blow. I love her with a love as still as a broad river's peaceful might, which, by high tower and lowly mill, seems following its own wayward will, and yet doth ever flow aright. And on its full deep breast serene, like quiet isles my duties lie. It flows around them and between, and makes them fresh and fair and green. sweet homes wherein to live and die.
I was lonely and blue. I was aimlessly drifting along with the tide, like a ship lost at sea. At a table for two, and the sweet serenade that the orchestra played was a blue melody. Then, like the sun on a rainy day, you took my heart on a holiday. I'm no longer blue, and I'm grateful to you. Thanks for taking me out of this old world into a world that is new. Now my heaven is
I looked and saw your eyes in the shadow of your hair, as a traveler sees the stream in the shadow of the wood. And I said, my faint heart sighs, ah me, to linger there, to drink deep, and to dream in that sweet solitude. I looked and saw your heart in the shadow of your eyes, as a seeker sees the gold in the shadow of the stream. And I said, ah me, what art should win the immortal prize, whose want must make life cold and heaven a hollow dream? I looked and saw your love in the shadow of your heart, as a diver sees the pearl in the shadow of the sea. And I murmured, not above my breath, but all apart, ah, you can love, true girl, and is your love for me? Somewhere in the land of dreaming, hearts are merry and faces bright with smiles. This need not be a land of make-believe, you know. It can be your land, your life, each day, when you sleep well by night. On Southern Cross and Red Cross slumber products, sound sleep comes easily. Firm, comforting support enfolds you. And nature, through sweet magic, brings refreshment and new energy. Depend on the quality mattresses and springs which bear the Southern Cross or Red Cross label for rest at its best. When you feel a yawn coming on, think of Southern Cross. Down the valley of 1,000 yesterdays flow the bright waters of Moon River. On and down, forever flowing, forever waiting to carry you down to the land of forgetfulness, to the kingdom of sleep, to the realm of Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Tonight's poems were To A.D. by William Ernest Henley, My Love by James Russell Lowell, and Three Shadows by Dante Gabriel Rossetti. Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on, care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Oh, talk not to me of a name great in story. The days of our youth are the days of our glory, and the myrtle and ivy of sweet 22 are worth all your laurels, though ever so plenty. What are garlands and crowns to the brow that is wrinkled? 'Tis but as a dead flower with May dew besprinkled. Run away with all such from the head that is hoary. What care I for the wreaths that can only give glory? O fame, if I e'er took delight in thy praises, 'twas less for the sake of the high-sounding phrases than to see the bright eyes of the dear one discover she thought that I was not unworthy to love her. There, chiefly, I sought thee. There only I found thee. Her glance was the best of the rays that surround thee. When it sparkled o'er aught that was bright in my story, I knew it was love, and I felt it was glory.
Don't you remember me? I loved you so. Don't you recall the heart that you set aglow? I was the one who shared those wonderful nights with you. Don't you remember me and the dreams we knew? Did you forget that kiss, my first real thrill? I still remember this, and I always will. My darling, you are the one who said you were mine and vowed you'd always be. Sweetheart, don't you remember me?
You that think love can convey no other way but through the eyes, into the heart his fatal dart, close up those casements, and but hear this siren sound, and on the wing of her sweet voice it shall appear that love can enter at the ear. Open, unveil your eyes, behold the curious mold where that voice dwells, and, as we know, when the cocks crow, we freely may gaze on the day. So may you, when the music's done, awake and see the rising sun.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. I can see it in your eyes. I can hear it in your sighs. touch and realize the thrill is gone. The nights are cold, for love is over. Love was grand when love was new. Birds were singing, skies were blue. Now it don't appeal to you. The thrill is gone. This is the end. The voice is heard, and let it linger on. The thrill is gone.
Dear, why should you command me to my rest, when now the night doth summon all to sleep? Methinks this time becometh lovers best. Night was ordained together friends to keep. How happy are all other living things which, through the day disjoined by several flight, the quiet evening yet together brings, and each returns unto his love at night. O thou that art so courteous unto all, why shouldst thou, O night, abuse me only thus, that every creature to his kind dost call, and yet 'tis thou dost only sever us? Well could I wish it would be ever day, if, when night comes, you bid me go away. Night calls, and sparkling eyes droop sleepily. 'Tis time for dreaming, and the soft, sweet slumbers that bring refreshing rest. Dreams are sweet, and slumber restful on a Southern Cross or Red Cross mattress in spring. Yes, friends, Southern Cross slumber products are resilient and buoyant, with soothing support for each weary muscle. Depend on these two famous names, Southern Cross and Red Cross, for the rest that will, tomorrow, mean new sparkle in your eyes, for the sound sleep that protects good health and happiness. When you feel a yawn coming on, think of Southern Cross. Down the valley of 1,000 yesterdays flow the bright waters of Moon River. On and down, forever flowing, forever waiting to carry you down to the land of forgetfulness, to the kingdom of sleep, to the realm of Moon River, a lazy stream of dreams, where vain desires forget themselves in the loveliness of sleep. Moon River, enchanted white ribbon, twined in the hair of night, where nothing is but sleep. Dream on, sleep on. Care will not seek for thee. Float on, drift on, Moon River, to the sea. Tonight's poems were All for Love by Lord Byron, You That Think Love Can Convey by Thomas Carew, and Dear, Why Should You Command Me to My Rest by Michael Drayton.